It feels like it's small, doesn't it? It's like that first.
And you guys your upper or lower. I'm assuming it's on both sides.
We told you that we had what we thought was a pink eye breakout on this homestead. We had one buck who had pink eye and it looked like another. And, well, looks like we're gonna look hard today because
Look at us, we match.
we might have been wrong. We matched. Look at, I got my FMS shirt on. You got your nice shirt on. So maybe, we're gonna find out in a minute or two here, we might be fortunate here. It might not be even half as bad as pink eye, right? Pink eye's worse, I don't know. Something wrong with him, but let's see what it is.
Yes, if I mean. The upper one looks good, I think. Yeah, there's definitely there.
There's its, right?
You can see the eyelashes. So those are in, and they should be like this.
And it's like rubbing against his eye. Awful. I never liked that for me.
No.
Okay, ready?
You took off your gloves, right?
Yeah, I did. Look at that. Oh man, so clear. Look at her. That line, his like roll in, right?
Yeah, his roll in.
They roll in.
Look at that, you can go out with everybody now.
Good old Ruby, no problem, but that's it. I don't know, I mean temporary high five. I think our suspicions are confirmed. Burke, poor guy, has been in isolation for no reason. He does not have pink eye, but he does have something wrong with his eye.
It's called Entropion.
I'll go kick the chickens out. You hate when the chickens are in the barn. Then we'll talk about what's wrong. And I'm gonna bring Ruby back. We'll keep Burke with us for a minute. Actually, take a look at this goat's eyelid. This is Ruby, our doe. And look at, in particular, her lower eyelid. See that clean, clear line? And maybe you can even notice some eyelashes. Let's look at the other side. Nice crisp line there where the eyelashes stick out. And if you were to look very close, like we were to peel it back a little bit, you can see like there's her eyelid and it's not rubbing against her eye. It's touching it like it's supposed to. So that's a good goat eyelid. Ruby's looking good. Nice job, Ruby. You're rocking it. Good work, girl. I'm putting you back on pasture. Poor Burke. Look at the difference. Okay, so you'll notice on Burke, his eyes look very different. They are like rolling in on themselves. They're swollen. You can't see the eyelids. The lower eyelid there in particular is like rolling in, and if Kay starts to peel at it, only then will you start to see those eyelashes pop out and that crisp line that we're looking for. What do you think of that inspection setup? Do you like that?
Yeah.
That's why I keep that flashlight. Hi, bud.
Want to get closer?
Oh yeah, look at that. They like
pop out.
There's the eyelid, but it rolls back in. If you pull on it, there's that crisp edge you're looking for, but look at it, like rolls back in on itself. Okay, Burke.
We didn't see this right away because his eyes were so swollen, but we started him on the eye drops, and that's improved with the swelling's gone down. So now we can really see that the eyelid is what's causing the issue, not pink eye.
Now it's not a bad thing that we gave him the eye drops. They were an antibiotic, and this, what is it called? Give us the actual word.
Entropion eyelids.
Entropion eyelids can cause infection?
Infection, yeah. Just think it's all scraping against the eyeball in there. With the eyelid, it's curled in, so it's scratching on the eyeball.
Imagine if your own eyelids where your eyelashes were.
People have this.
Oh, I Googled it. It's horrifying. I even put the word goat in there, and like Google was like, no, you want to see people with this problem.
You want to see all of it.
Your eyelids where your eyelashes are, imagine if it were to fold in. You know what it's like when you get an eyelash in your eye? I have really long eyelashes. I often get complimented on my long eyelashes. But you get one of those bad boys in your eyeball, and the world stops.
So imagine all those folded
Imagine
in.
all of them at once, like a comb in your eye.
Awful.
Oof.
So this can lead to eventual blindness, and it's uncomfortable.
And that's what poor Burk's been dealing with, poor guy.
And he hasn't even let on. He's a trooper.
We've had him in isolation because pink eye is extremely contagious. And we even thought for a minute there that Bomber was showing signs of it, but I think we were just seeing things because we kept Bomber in isolation for a day and he was fine. So the way we found out about this, we talk about often how good it is to have mentors who have been at this longer, that you can just call or email or whatever. We emailed our mentors and said, how do you treat pink eye? And I've never heard of this. Have you heard of this?
Entropion eyelids, no.
So it's good to have mentors who know to look for things you've never even heard of, because they said, hey, by the way, make sure to pay attention to the eyelids. It could be this. The eyes were so swollen, I didn't think that's what it was. It just seemed like, oh, he's got a pink eye and his eyes are swollen. But now that the swelling's come down thanks to the eye drops he's been getting, suddenly I could see, wait, his eyelids don't look normal. And that's when I remembered the email I got, and I thought, oh boy. So how do we fix this is the next question.
Today what we're gonna do, because it's the end of the day, and this is our only option for today, is we're gonna keep working with rolling these out, and then I'll put a little bit of antibacterial cream eye ointment behind it. See if I can help it puff out. What some recommend doing, there are a few different things you could do, different ways to approach it. They'll either take like a little surgical staple and kind of pinch it so it stays out, or they'll take a syringe with penicillin in it and a needle, and they'll insert it just underneath here and fill it with penicillin, so it kind of inflates that eyelid so it stays out. They use penicillin because it doesn't absorb into the body as quickly as, say, water would. So that's why specifically they use the penicillin. Another thing you can do is put a stitch in it. So that would be a vet thing. Today what we're going to do is just kind of roll them out. This is what a lot of people say can work if you just keep at it. Just roll it out. See how I'm just going to like pinch it, kind of reform it. He's not fussing much at all about it. It probably feels good to get this off of his eyelid. This probably feels good to get it off of his eyeball. And then we'll put a little salve under there. His just folds right back under. So I don't know how successful we'll be doing this. Because he's older. We didn't, some people will, if they're looking for it, can see it the day they're born. But we were not looking for it, so we did not catch it.
I've actually read some people use super glue to glue the lid open. One of the things you got to be ready for, as you can see on this channel lately, if you're going to get into animals and homesteading, be ready to do some veterinary work, because if every time you had to run to the vet to have a house call or ask them what was wrong, or have them, give a shot or something, whew, these goats would be worth their weight in gold.
It's expensive enough just buying the medication for it.
Yeah.
Like this is $20 tube. This is what we're using, some terramycin. See how big it is? It's like the size of my pinky. It was a $20 tube. Eye stuff is not cheap, but it's worth it. All right, little dude, I'm gonna just kind of Now we can let you go. He's been in, what do you call that?
Isolation?
Isolation. When it's in a hospital, they call it?
Oh, put him in solitary. That's prison.
That's prison.
Quarantine.
Quarantine. He's been in quarantine.
Poor guy's like, it wasn't me. I've been framed.
It's actually working.
Is it working?
Yeah, that one's popped out. See it?
Awesome.
It's actually staying out now.
Wow.
So if we do that,
He looks so happy.
times every day.
Look at how calm this little guy is. He's just like,
a
oh, this
nice
is
tempered
so
little guy.
good. Oh, I love it. That's the cutest. He's calling to mama and she's come running.
We got love that we'll never need to hide.
Right here, dude.
Love will always rise above. Whatever comes, we will be just fine. If I am yours and you are mine, take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free.
So plans for Burk now. This, yes. I mean, not that it isn't super cute. I like your flashlight. That's why I got this flashlight. It has a clip on it so it can instantly turn into a headlamp if you have a hat on. That's an awesome light. Link below for that guy.
So, Entropion eyelids are said to be hereditary. Now you'll read people who say, I had one kid like this and never any again. You'll hear others who, with a particular male, with a particular buck, they'd see it generation after generation, which means what are we gonna do with him as far as breeding him in the future? We don't know yet. We have to do more research about this.
Yeah, we didn't really have many plans to breed Burk as it was. He's related to everybody.
2 out of 3 of the females here.
He could breed Lacey like a year and a half from now, but we have Thorin here who can do that. And he can't breed any of the other girls. He can't breed Gizmo, he can't breed Ruby. So I don't know that we really had plans for Burk breeding here long term or being here long term anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't change much there.
Right, but it depends on if we will sell him as a breeder or not. That kind of will play into that, I think.
Yeah.
Such a nice tempered little guy though. They're all really nice little kids, very friendly. Which has been nice for us this year. Even though they're dam raised, we've been handling them enough that they're really personable little things.
And they enjoy being back out.
Oh, he's so happy to be out.
Right away he called to mama and she called back at him. And now there he is, back with everybody. We had him isolated for a couple days here because we were worried about pink eye spreading.
Day 3 he's been in, right?
Is it only day 3? It feels like forever.
It was, when did that start?
This complicated everything. We were this close to giving Gizmo and Lacey medication shots that would have taken them off of being able to a milk withdrawal period of like 2 weeks to a month. And then this morning it was like, wait a second, that looks different. So this is like an upswing after a lot of
right, even
medical.
though it's so happy,
That's too far.
frolicking.
Take my hand and let's fly away to another galaxy. Hold me close, I want to feel your love. Together we are free. Just be with me. Just be with me. Just be with me.
If you find our videos entertaining, educational, or a little bit of both, and you'd like to help us keep producing these videos, consider shopping through homesteady.com when you're going to shop at Amazon. It doesn't cost you a penny extra, but we earn a small commission every time you type that in your URL bar. It will forward you to Amazon. We make a little bonus, or you can just click this link right here. Thank you so much.